Hi everyone, as you may know, a short while ago I visited GamesCom in Cologne, Germany. And today I want to tell you about my experiences there, which were pretty amazing. For me, it was the first time at the event. I've never been to Cologne before that or to any other GamesCom. And the only other large gaming related event I visited was BlizzCon 2023. So for me, this was kind of a new territory. I'd heard that Gamescom is a massive event, but what I saw in person was way beyond my wildest expectations. There were so many people, I think literally hundreds of thousands of visitors, and you can tell that from the queues. The entire venue had 11 or 12 halls, I believe, all of them massive, filled with booths of all kinds of different game publishers. Luckily, I was accredited as a content creator and had my special ticket that allowed me to use the side entrances and skip the queues going into the convention area. And luckily, I was invited by Blizzard to stay in the Radisson Blu Hotel, literally right across the street from the convention. They also threw a big party one of these nights where I managed to meet a lot of the devs, community managers, and of course other content creators that were invited or just visiting as well. And we also saw some interesting signs of things to come. Of course, I didn't just visit Gamescom for leisure, I was actually doing my job. So that includes a lot of blasting of new and upcoming games. I was visiting the Diablo 4 booth a few times to play the Spiritborn and the Vessel of Hatred expansion that was available to try there. So I got a good bunch of hours in there just to experience what it's like to play the Spiritborn and prepare for the guides. In fact, you may have seen that, but I was also able to stream Diablo 4 from the Qiddiya booth on one of the days. Qiddiya Gaming had graciously invited me to join them at their booth to play the game and show off what they have to offer. So I want to thank Qiddiya Gaming very much for the opportunity and for sponsoring this video. If you don't know about Qiddiya Gaming yet, it is part of a much larger project that includes creating a recreational and touristic hub that also has a strong focus on gaming. They certainly had one of the most impressive booths at the entire convention. A lot of people stopped by and just watched and checked it out to see what is going on. And their production team and quality was top notch. It was great to work with these guys. They are building this new gaming sphere under the motto of Play Live, meaning they want to combine real-world experiences with virtual experiences and intertwine the two worlds as much as possible. For example, at their booth, visitors could design their own digital version of the fabled Dragonfell sword. That was also physically exhibited at the booth. Or, in my case, I was even drawing it later on. And I had a pretty interesting IRL role-playing game going on, where you had to solve a riddle, and one lucky winner per day would win a physical copy of this Dragonfell sword, which looked absolutely incredible. All in all, I had a great time there, so I want to thank Qiddiya Gaming very much. And if you want to learn more about this amazing project, then go check them out on X and follow for updates. But those were not all the things I managed to do at Gamescom 2024. I also, of course, played some Path of Exile 2. I'm sure many of you are also eagerly anticipating the release of this game. Personally, I'm very excited to try out the early access whenever it goes live finally. And I managed to get my hands on the first time on the game. And I had a really good time. I played the game for a few hours and we actually recorded some gameplay that I want to upload very soon. So stay tuned for that. And I will give you some more input on Path of Exile 2. But I had a really good time with the GG team. I also managed to speak to the game director, Jonathan, and I managed to try 5 different classes and various progression steps through the acts while I was there. Overall, I have to say the game looks great and I'm very excited to dive deeper when the time comes. And finally, I had an appointment with THQ Nordic, the publisher of Titan Quest 2, another RPG and the successor to a very old title, Titan Quest, that personally I have not really experienced myself, but I heard really good things about it, so I wanted to try it out as well. I also managed to record some gameplay of this that I want to share more of very soon. The game has a very interesting dual class system approach where you can combine, for example, a warrior with a shield and melee attack skills with a cold mage frost ability combo. This was a preset character that I played, and that pretty much sums up my experiences at Gamescom. Of course, there were more meetings on the side. For example, I was hanging out with some of the other content creators that attended the con. For example, Chronix or Zizaran, Mippy, and some others that I also met there. So that was great. I'm gonna leave it with this, so hope you enjoyed this video. If you made it this far, then I'm sure you did. This was certainly something out of the ordinary for my channel and my content, but I hope that I was able to provide you a good overview of what Gamescom feels like. Again, thank you and a shout out to follow at Qiddiya Gaming on X, and see you guys next time.